All right. While Brian is fiddling with his game options,
Ugh.
YouTube viewers, you should probably be aware that the footage you had seen previous to this exact moment was pretty much all from one giant recording session we did. And so it is now pretty much 1 month later, so there have been 4 patches since the last time we've played the game. Whether or not we'll be experiencing everything in these new patches, they added jump drives, the sun moves now,
A lot of crazy stuff.
there's UI transparency, which seems to have stopped working for me for some reason.
I don't think it was really working for me either, so I'm not sure what's up with that.
Alright, hold on. Options, game. My background transparency did not get saved for some reason.
Did you hit OK? Or?
I did. Okay, now it's working. Weird. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you know what it is? Oh, I guess not. Never mind. It's just a bug. So, let's try to figure out where exactly we left off. Are you headed out, Brian?
Yes, I was planning on it.
I pushed the button for you then.
Thank you.
So since it's been a month,
Yeah, sorry.
it's been quite a while. A lot of stuff that we were doing, we probably no longer remember. I don't know. How much do you remember about what we were doing last time, Brian?
I remember that sweet Tokyo drift you did with the. I think that was the mining vessel that we had, or something like that, or the.
Yep, its wreckage is up here.
Yep.
Up here, I did that sweet drift.
I do remember that, and then.
And then we upgraded, because that was also the previous version. That was the HMS Patriotism, and we've upgraded it to be the USS Queen Elizabeth.
Yes. Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna have to pick some other countries to mix together.
I see.
But for now, we'll keep it as the USS Queen Elizabeth. We discovered that enemy ships' turrets will attack your antennas or your beacons. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
You built that mining ship.
Yep.
This little guy over here. Using the fancy sloped armored thrusters.
Yeah, and I think I need to try rebuilding it with 2 again, but just like apparently rotate it a different direction so they're not colliding, because that was the problem I was having last time.
Make them vertical instead.
Yep.
So we talked a bit before we started the recording, and our station appears to be static. By the way, just FYI. Apparently, this is enough connection back here.
Okay.
Or is it connected at all? I don't even know.
I think the best way to find out would be to like actually run something into it, but
Yeah, I don't
I
necessarily.
don't think it could be touching anything actually.
I don't necessarily want to do that, but anyway, one of the options is that station blocks can maybe because this station was built pre-update, it will just be static. There's always that possibility, like that it hasn't updated the object or whatever, even though it's not connected to the voxel.
True.
So stations have to be connected to a static voxel, otherwise they're just large ships now, and we have that option enabled on our world. But because of the jump drive update, it is now possible to go vast distances away.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been talking previously about perhaps making a mobile station instead of having this station, which you can argue it either way. You can say with jump drives it'd be nice to have the mobile base because then we can just jump our base to entirely new sections of the universe. Or you could say because of the jump drives we can jump away, do stuff, and then always just jump back to our station.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can just leave like a waypoint
Yeah.
here and just be like, oh hey, we can jump right back to it after we're done.
So, what I'm proposing, Brian, is that we leave the base here,
Yes.
pretty much as is. And instead what we do is we build a new set of refinery and assembler inside our mothership. So we can always come back to Frizzle Station.
Okay.
But we'll also have a mobile base that will sort of,
Move with us, yeah.
go with us places.
Sounds like a plan.
So the question is, do we want the Queen Elizabeth to be our mobile base? Or do we just want this to be like our attack ship? Because it's got the 2 missile turrets, and it's got the support for the attack drones in the back.
That is a good question.
We'd have to do some serious, refitting on this to make it a mobile base.
Yeah, we really would.
But then again, this already has gravity. It's already got, the reactors up and running. It's got the gyroscopes. And we can just, build off the back or whatever we want to do.
The other big thing, I guess, to ask is, do we need to build it outside? Because otherwise we need to make it small enough to fly out of that
Yes.
hole.
I guess the question is, how big of a mothership do we want?
That's another question, I
I'm
guess.
pretty sure our station would fit out of this main hole. And our station is pretty big.
Yeah.
So I think we could build it in here. For sure, though, it is going to need to have Gatling guns on it in order to fend off any meteor storms we get caught in.
Oh, damn it. Well, once again, the drill got destroyed.
Really?
Unfortunate. Yeah, I have no idea what's causing that.
Are they, pushing in too quickly or something? Or
Maybe. I'll have to mess around with that. But for now, I don't need to worry about it too much.
yeah,
So I was just testing real fast.
yeah, we have plenty of resources. So
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to say we leave the USS Queen Elizabeth as it is, and we build our mothership separate from it.
all right, I will move the Queen Elizabeth then, so it's not here in our main shipyard space.
Alright. I'm going to...
Everyone, clear the area. Queen Elizabeth is moving. Womp. Oh, it's off. Why is it off? I don't have an action group for thrusters. Or do I have an action group for thrusters? I do have an action group for thrusters. Did not turn my thrusters on. I have 3 days of fuel, so that's not it.
Did you turn your entire ship off? Because,
No?
toggle the power or something?
My thrusters just are not enabling. If I push Y, everything goes off. And I can rotate.
Shit. Ah!
Oh, were you in there?
I'm in here, yeah. Sorry, I
Oh.
was gonna
My bad.
check around.
But the thrusters themselves are not enabled. And I
Yeah,
can't
that's-
when I go into and look at them, it all says they're on. Thrusters 23. It's got missiles in it. I mean, it's... My thrusters are just not on.
That is weird.
Your ship was working just fine, right? And the construction ship was working just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Powered the ship off. I'm toggling all of these. All of the thrusters are off. All the thrusters are on. Power on. Nope.
We are, for some reason, in the water without a ship.
This is so weird.
Nope. I see thrusters on now.
I jumped out of the seat and they all turned on. What gives? If I sit back down, they're on. And I have power. Okay.
Huh. That was a weird
Alright.
little thing going on.
Yep. Alright. Can we fit in here? I think so.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
should be able to get in there perfectly fine.
We just don't want to, like, clip anything. We're just going to hide it in here. This is like a launch tube or something.
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
I just don't think that exit at the end is big enough. Okay.
For this ship, probably not.
Yeah, no. It just loops around though, so whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll park the Elizabeth there. That'll be fine. It's out of the way. And we'll get started on our mothership. Was this you starting it down here, Brian?
Right here. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm right behind you.
Oh, okay. Oh, there.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm
So
purple.
yeah, this was the
I'm
beginning.
easy to
of it.
see in space.
Well, it's hard to see you when you're behind me. So your name actually did not show up on like the side like it usually does.
Oh, yeah. Your name isn't doing that either. Maybe they've changed it so that people names is just you have to be looking at them.
Maybe. All right. How do we want to build this then? Because if we're gonna do the warp drive, right?
We're gonna do the warp drive.
Then we need a large reactor.
The warp drive's not too big, or we could just have a bunch of solar panels on it. I mean, we do have that. We do have some solar panel equipment from that mining vessel we took.
True, but do solar panels?
Solar panels will just help with the building of the charge.
Okay.
The jump drives hold charge, so like, you know, they'll charge up however slowly our reactors will feed them, and then you burst fire it once.
Oh,
Basically.
okay. So
Um,
if we have large reactors, it'll just charge faster, basically.
Yeah, basically. The large reactor just has a higher energy output. And maybe instead of just going for a large reactor, we could just go for like 3 or 4 small reactors and then some solar panels.
Okay. Yeah.
Because our entire base here only has one small reactor on it. So we
and
know
it's been powered the whole time.
Yeah, so we know at least like the assemblers and the refineries and stuff will be just fine with a small reactor.
Okay. So how do we want to build this then? That's-
Do we want to do something similar to the Queen Elizabeth, where we have like an interior room, and like, you know, just do we want it to be pressurized like our space station is? Because if
I'm
we
gonna
want it,
say, for now, let's not have it pressurized, but we'll have an oxygen tank on there so we can get stuff while we're flying around. But it's just
yeah,
we had some accidents in the past with our station not being fully pressurized or being
Okay.
pressurized. So
in that case, we don't have to like heavily defend the pressurized area or anything, so we can build as extravagantly as we want.
yeah,
I think we should have like the refinery and the assembler, and the reactors and stuff in like kind of an engineering room, and then we'll have like a storage room, and then the cockpit, the bridge.
Okay.
You know.
So
Do we want to have other ships be able to dock? Do we want to have a hangar?
I will say we probably do want something in the back to.
Because I have a kind of an idea that just popped into my head.
If you want to go ahead and start going for it. And
Oh
just,
well,
like,
no,
or-
it would be so big to just like build it to show you. I'm just gonna tell you what my idea was.
I guess, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
The ship will be 2 levels vertically.
Okay.
The lower level, and like the 2 levels will be equal size.
Yeah.
The lower level will just be a giant hangar, basically.
Okay.
And we'll have feet, the feet, kind of built in to the floor, kind of like we have in the Queen Elizabeth,
Yeah.
for grabbing ships.
Okay.
And then, so you fly your ship into the hangar and you dock it, and then you go upstairs to the second floor, and the second floor will have, like, we can put, like, the engineering stuff in the back, and then the cargo section in the middle, and then the cockpit on the front, and we can build, like, a piston elevator for going up and down, and all that stuff.
Okay. For the hangar, do we want to make it so ships can fly past one another in it, or? So I guess how wide is the ship going to be, and then how tall are the levels going to be?
Okay, well let's take a look at our current hangar.
Because I think we're about like 4 by, or like we're 4 tall. If I'm
Our
not
current
mistaken.
hangar is 3 tall.
Okay.
So I think 3 tall will be just fine for what we've got now.
So 3 tall per level is what we're going for,
Yes.
and probably about as wide as what this is.
Well, if we want to build the same like door system, then we can go for this wide. Yeah. Oh, it would be really cool if like we could have the door on the very front.
Oh yeah, so things just like fly out the front and back and all that.
Yeah. So the ship will basically be as wide as this airlock is over here, like our ship airlock.
Yeah.
So it's what? It's 6 blocks, and then the frame around the side makes it 8 blocks. So something like 8 to 10 blocks wide.
Okay.
And then like each level will be 3 blocks with a floor and a ceiling. So we're looking at what 5 to 8. So like 9 or 10 tall by 9 or 10 wide. A big flying rectangle.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we can pretty it up and add decorations and stuff, but
Yeah, that sounds fine.
all right. What do I have in my inventory on me at the moment?
How do you make
I have scrap.
oxygen tanks?
Scrap metal. They count as a item, not a block in the assembler.
So tools, there we are.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab some steel plates and start laying down some blocks.
Okay.
So,
We do have oxygen, don't we?
we should. If you just put your oxygen bottle in the oxygen tank.
It's staying at 0.
It is. Let me check. What's going on here?
I mean, I'm at 17 oxygen, but I do want to...
Alright, hold on. Control panel. Oxygen tank is 83% filled. It's set to auto refill bottles.
That is weird.
Where is your bottle? I don't see it.
It should be in there.
Oh, you put it in the oxygen generator, not the oxygen tank.
Oh, that would make sense then.
There you go. Now, yeah, the oxygen tank's at the bottom of the list. It's filled up now, so you can go ahead and grab it.
Okay. I came inside to check stuff out.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just build. It's shit. I've got to like relearn all of the controls. Okay, so 2, 3. Yep, okay. And then 3. Okay. So I have built a rectangle, Brian.
Okay. I'll be in just a second.
And this is the size of the
Hangar.
The hangar airlock door. needs to be this size.
Okay, do we want to make the top floor just like a 2 tall then? Because we don't need that big of a stuff for people to move around. Oh,
Well,
I guess
okay.
we have the assembler and stuff too.
Yeah, the assembler. I think the assembler fits in a 2 space if we lay it on its side. But remember, we also need to be able to have like conveyor pipes and stuff like that running around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe we should just have it be the same size, basically.
So,
So 3 up, and then bridge over. Are you out of...
I'm
Oh,
just...
no. Okay, you just switch sides. Yeah. So, that's kind of the general size we're going for the...
Yep.
Is that good? Now, if we want to put the landing feet in the bottom, that's going to mean we'll have bumps coming out of the bottom, wherever there's landing feet.
Okay.
And we can also, like, fiddle around with, like, maybe the bridge will be smaller or whatever, and, like, so it'll shrink down and be made of glass or something.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to just build a giant rectangle and call
No,
it a
definitely
ship.
not. I was gonna say, like, we're gonna have to, like, round off corners and stuff, because I'm not just gonna be flying a huge
No.
brick through space.
Alright, so,
How long does this thing need to be, then?
that is the question. So we need, like, I don't know, a good, you know, I don't know. I want to say, like, between 5 and 10 blocks for engineering, because we need to have reactors and gyroscopes and our refinery and our assembler and stuff like that. And then we can just put a couple of cargo containers in. Those are pretty small.
Yeah.
And then the bridge. So it's really how big of a hangar do we need in order to carry around. We're going to be taking what? The construction vessel,
I think 3 ships.
your mining vessel.
Construction, mining, and the projector ship, yeah.
Yeah.
I think was the plan.
And then we'll just leave Queen Elizabeth behind, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I say what you've mapped out is probably... maybe, like, we need to go a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I just ran out of
Alright, I'll put
place,
some.
actually.
How about,
It's
like...
like
Oh, that's getting kind of long. I may have
Yeah.
gone too much.
Am I like, okay, quick question. Am I just, like, flying through a steel beam
Yes, you are.
to you? Because I'm not seeing that right now.
Have you seen what all I've built, or are you just missing
Just that one.
just that one?
Yeah. I might need to rejoin on that, or to rejoin. Well, yeah, I guess just.
Let me know when I pass
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, here, get rid of that last one, and then that'll be the one I can't see.
There we
Okay.
go.
So let's try this again.
Get out of your way. I think that's long enough.
Yeah, that should be. It's a start.
Yep. Alright, so the hangar is going to be the most boxy part of the ship, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just start working on that. Oh, and we should probably... How much iron do we have in our assembler? I'm hoping we have a bunch. We have 17,000. I'm going to put in a production order on steel plates. And I'm going to queue up like 3,000.
Okay.
Because I imagine we're going to need a ton.
I assume so, yeah.
And I also want to increase the transparency of my background just a bit, because it is... Having it completely invisible makes it too hard to see what you're selecting.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try and build the uh, cockpit here.
All right. Oh my gosh. This hangar is going to have lots of room for future expansion. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, my frame rate.
Is it tanking?
Yeah, I'm at 8 frames a second right now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we were auto-saving. It's now back up to about 16 frames a second. Which still isn't great, but it's better.
You're doubling your speed. Too far in there. Alright. Trying to think of how to build this.
So we're gonna need to have a pilot seat. Because the jump drive requires you to have a main cockpit.
Okay.
Then we could have a drone pilot seat.
Meteor storm inbound.
And if Patrick ever joins us, he needs a chair as well.
Yep.
And I require energy, so I'm gonna sit here and charge up. Okay, do you want me to slope off the edge of the hangar?
Which direction do you mean by
I mean,
slope off? Like the inside of it sort of slopes up, or?
I mean, this slope.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're too close to the station. I can't put a block.
Gasp. We'll get that eventually.
Yep. Alright, so, as far as I'm aware, I've not yet played with the jump drives. But the more massive your ship, the less range you have.
Okay. Guess we'll have to mess around with that a little bit then.
But you can, like, have multiple jump drives to increase your jump drive power. So that will be, that'll be fun to play with. There are 8 random steel plates in that cargo container, and I've already produced 2,000 steel plates.
Okay.
Similar, okay. So, if this size looks good to you, Brian, I will construct up that hangar floor.
Yeah, no, that looks like it'll work out.
Or should I decide where the feet are going first? And put those in. I should probably put the feet in.
Yeah, that sounds like something you probably should do.
Okay. Oh, so we're gonna have the bridge like overhanging.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking, if you're
Yeah.
alright with that.
That'll work. It'll be very, forward unto dawn. From
Yeah, a
Halo.
little bit.
Alright, so we want ships to be able to kind of fly in.
I do.
And they're gonna come down here.
1 second here, am I just like... Am I missing something here?
Alright, so landing gear there.
Oh, okay, I see what happened.
And there. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more videos, consider subscribing to the channel. You'll get a new video from me pretty much every day of the week. If you want to support me even more, check out my Patreon page. Link in the description.